Now Morning Show. Now, on the 8th of March 2023, the world is going to observe International Women's Day. And Rap TT is joining us this morning for a conversation on how they are going to be commemorating International Women's Day in Washington, D.C. Joining us this morning is Ms. Hazel Ann McLean, the chair of Rap TT. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Natasha. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you with us this morning on the show and looking forward to this conversation. I know Rap TT is fairly new in some regard, but definitely very well experienced when it comes to integrating and bringing women together. Can you share with us this morning what Rap TT is and what the mission of Rap TT is?
Absolutely. Rap TT was founded in June 2020 under the auspices of the Ambassador to the United States, His Excellency Anthony J. Philip Spencer. We were founded so that we could bring together the powerhouse of the women of Trinidad and Tobago from across the globe to be able to enhance women's experiences nationally and globally.
And I know,
Our
of course,
mission, yes.
Sorry about that. By all means, please continue, because I was about to ask you what the mission is for Rap TT.
Yes, the mission is to be able to establish a network of women who can provide resources to women across the globe from the Trinidad and Tobago diaspora. We do that through several arenas, through mentorship, education, networking, and access. We believe that the women of Trinidad and Tobago are very powerful people. We have seen, the ambassador saw when he came to the US, how much the women of Trinidad and Tobago were able to make progress here in the US. So he decided to ensure that the women got together to be able to supply resources back to Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, undoubtedly, that is a fact. Trinbagonian women are very powerful. And of course, speaking with you this morning, you are a wonderful example of being a powerful woman in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, before we get rather to the panel discussion, let's talk about the 4 pillars of Rap TT. I know you just touched on them a bit briefly, but could you share with us in depth what the pillars are and what they provide for those who are interested or involved in the organization?
Yes, I'd be happy to. Mentorship is one of our first pillars. We provide a 10-month program for mentoring women globally. Right now, the program runs from September to June. Our first cohort graduated last June, and we pair women from the US and the diaspora with young women in Trinidad and Tobago in order to provide mentorship opportunities to develop them professionally and personally. Now, those mentorship relationships tend to go both ways. I had the benefit of being a mentor myself, and I can tell you that my mentee was excellent at cross mentoring. Education, with our education pillar, we focus on mental health. We focus on educational issues. We partner with NEHURST, for example, to bring information about COVID-19 learning loss. So there are other avenues that we provide education to the women in the network. The networking pillar is what our IWD event falls under. It's an opportunity for us to bring women together. We also host some events where we're just relaxed and trying to get our mindfulness experiences in. We had a vision boarding session earlier this year. So it's an opportunity for us to just get to know each other and to network. The access pillar is where we provide resources back to the network. So we would publish information about internships or job opportunities that the women in the network have to offer to each other. So those are the 4 pillars of the network.
empowering pillars as well. Now, as you mentioned, networking and, of course, the event which will be taking place on the 10th of March. What can we look forward to on the agenda for this?
Oh, this is going to be a really dynamic experience. We have a very dynamic list of speakers. As you can see here, our keynote speaker is Mrs. Caroline Sergio Ramnarayan. She is the president of the American Chamber of Commerce. Her topic will be on transformative technologies for women and girls. We also have Ms. Maxine Barnett. She's a leader in HR. She's also the founder of the Human Resources Association of Trinidad and Tobago. And her topic would be equity in the workforce. We also have the Honorable Ayanna Webster Roy from the Prime Minister's Office for the Gender Affairs for Women and Girls, who will also be giving a keynote address. We have Dr. Finnegan Carr, Nadine Finnegan Carr. She is a specialist in health issues for women. She focuses on child prostitution and sexual abuse. We also have Miss Nadia Manzano. She will be discussing entrepreneurship. She's a leader in helping women to establish their brand and building their own businesses. And we also have a special speaker, Miss Samara Theodore, who is also in the media. And you would have seen Samara on the NBC News as the weather meteorologist on the Today Show. So we have a full lineup of speakers, and we intend to have this as a panel discussion so that we hope the audience can engage with us and have meaningful discussion on embracing equity for women.
This is such an amazing lineup. How can we participate in this, in this event that's taking place on Saturday?
Friday, March the 10th. And it will be hosted, that's right. It will be hosted on our YouTube channel, RapTT. And also here in the US, we'll be in Washington, D.C. at the Whitmore House. So I'll be honored to have everyone join us in person. But definitely, please do chime into the YouTube channel to listen in, participate. We intend to have prizes for all those who are willing to be involved in the dialogue.
This is going to be an absolutely amazing event on Friday. Really looking forward to this. The speakers are on Friday, the March the 10th, sorry. The speakers really are phenomenal. Love the fact that you have women from all walks of life coming together to inspire. And also the fact that it's on a YouTube channel as well. So anybody is going to be able to just log on and take part in the discussion. Hazel, where can we get more information?
You can get information on our website, raptt.org. You can also register at raptt.org/IWD. You'll get all the information there about how to register and keep informed with us. We'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to email us with any questions that you may have about RapTT, please feel free to do so at info@raptt.org.
Hazel Ann, thank you so much for being with us this morning. This is definitely going to be a memorable event. Do you have any closing comments for Trinidad and Tobago before we wrap today's discussion?
Yes, I'm so delighted to be able to host this in collaboration with the Embassy of Trinidad and Tobago, but in particular that we are now in a virtual world that we can offer this to the participants in Trinidad and Tobago. And we at RapTT are very passionate about giving back to Trinidad and Tobago. So we hope that we can engage with our audience in Trinidad and Tobago even more so.
Wonderful.
So thank you so much for hosting us.
It's been our pleasure. Thank you so much. That's Hazel Ann McLean, Chair of RapTT, with us this morning. Stay tuned. Birthdays are up next.